Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Shop by Darylyn, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to extend your backdrop in Photoshop. So let's go, come on, let's go. The first thing you're gonna want to do is open up Photoshop, and I know everyone has their different preferences for editing, but I personally do like Photoshop. It's what I've been using from the beginning. So we went ahead and we opened up the photo, and the first option is going to give us is just kind of to color balance it, and we're going to go ahead and open that up. You're going to want to go to the bottom right corner and click on your background layer and unlock it so that the little lock goes away. Then you're going to go ahead and hit Command J if you're on a Mac, and what that's going to do is duplicate your layer. Once your layer is duplicated, I like to take off the visibility from the underlying layer and just kind of use it as a reference point. Now that we have the second layer, what you're going to want to do is go to your top left corner and hit your lasso tool. Then you're going to want to go and outline your subject pretty loosely. My main thing is trying to keep the shadows within the inside of the outline, and you'll see why in a minute. That's a pretty good outline. So then there's a couple ways to extend your backdrop. So you can see that there's just too much noise. There's stands, there's lights, there's props,
You can see the reflector in the bottom left corner, and really there's a lot going on.
So we need to remove everything and just leave the clear white backdrop. So there's a couple of ways to go about this, and it really depends on your photo, and it really depends on how much time you have to edit. What you want to do is select your image so that all of the objects you want to remove are inside of your selection. Then you want to hit Shift and F5 on a Mac. Make sure it's on content aware and hit OK. The way that I like to go ahead and fix this up is taking my brush tool, and you're going to want to hit your option, click on the white backdrop, and then you could just go ahead and paint over these images. You're going to want to go over to your patch tool in the left corner, and I like to go through all these little shadowy things and just kind of drag it over so that everything blends together. We could go ahead to the other side. So then you're going to want to repeat the same command and hit Shift F5. We get our brush tool. We hit Option. You touch on a spot nearby and just paint on over all those blemishes. You go to deselect. You're going to want to go to your patch tool. So then I like to go through all these shadowy areas and make sure that everything just kind of flows together and that there's no harsh shadowy outlines. Then we go back to our original layer just to kind of see the beginning versus the end. So let me know what you guys think. This is just one of the ways that I use to extend a backdrop in Photoshop. Another method would be going back to layer 1, Command J if you're on a Mac. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit Shift F5, content aware. Once it hits that, we go over to our brush tool, hit the option, and just brush over the objects. And we want to hit deselect, hit our patch tool, and blend these over. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I like to go through and just kind of remove any little small imperfections. If you've ever worked with a white backdrop, you know how dirty it gets so quick. So at the end of the day, you're gonna always want to give your client a nice clean backdrop, because nobody likes to see hair and footprints and like finger marks on the backdrop, which, let's be honest, we all have them. This is a must-know tutorial for any photographers that shoot in the studio and want to bring their photos to the next level. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back with a new episode soon, and let me know in the comments below if there's any specific tutorials that you guys would like to learn how to edit. But until then, make sure you guys are running it up on my Instagram at She Wants a Darylyn, my photography page on Instagram, Shot by Darylyn, and my TikTok, She Wants a Darylyn. Make sure to stay tuned over here so that you can see how we create that content. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.